Hey people, welcome to the Wednesday stream. Happy hump day. It is 5:15, April the 8th. It's around 5 degrees Celsius, feeling more like 2 degrees or something with the wind chill. Still feeling a little chillier than it should be for this time of year, stubbornly so. And it's rush hour. I'm at the corner of Jarvis and Dundas. Hope you're all doing well. Halfway through the work week and all that. Hello Chantel. Hello Gertish. Yvonne Atherton. Simon. Good to see you. Hello, John Nicholson. Alan K. Lee John. Hello. What's up, Fast Rick? Lorraine McLean. Hope you're all doing well. This is a very noisy intersection here at Dundas and Jarvis. Hello, Tiana. And Toronto's Do What Music Guy? I'm gonna walk west here on Dundas. Kind of walking into the sun. I can't see. See if I can read the chat here. It's kind of blinding here. What's up, Tilted Brim? How you doing? Hello, Robert. Ruben Q. Hello, hello. Strawberry Field Ferry. Hello, Shannon. Pavel. Hey, Craig O'Connor, hello. Walk us over to Yonge and Dundas. Let's see what's going on over there. Not a bot. Hello, Jillian. Steglash and Simon, hello. Hey, Mike Landry's here. Hello, Mike. What's up, SRCX? Where are we going? Everywhere and nowhere. Where do I ever go on a stream? I just sort of walk around. Right now we're going towards Yonge and Dundas, that's all I know. Hey, Tom Seeley, hello. Hey, Mark. Hey, Petrus is here, and D. Harriet. What's up, what's up? Hey, Coco Carlos, good to see you. Looks like they're getting ready to demolish this block here. Where the old Imperial pub was. New student residence will be built there. Fundasol. Fundamasol. I'm trying to pronounce your name. How you doing? And Expian and Donkey. Hello, hello. M. Fundum Ashell. M. Fundum Ashell. Oh, brother, I'm probably butchering that. DJ Dynamo, you missed the government. Name checks out, I guess. And Billy T, hello. Wing Zero. Hello, Cam. Busy at Yonge and Dundas, but hey, it would be weird if it wasn't. They play classical music there to keep sketchy people from hanging out in front of the doors there. Apparently sketchy people hate classical music. Hello, Mats. Afternoon, Greg.
Wedding time.
Tons of stuff for sale here. They never used to have this here. This is sort of like a newer development here at Yonge and Dundas. I mean, they've had it before over the years, and then it would go away. Now it's back again, the selling of stuff. For a while it was more like a busker sort of spot here. And there still is some of that. In the summer we'll probably see more buskers and that sort of thing. Hello, Scott from Nova Scotia. Alex Oliveira, hello. I couldn't see the screen for a while there. It was too bright, so I had to wait till I ducked into the shade here. Look at the chat. Two men in a truck. The prequel to Three Men and a Baby, maybe? Although they got two trucks, so I guess there's four men and two trucks. Someone has got a lot of stuff. Two men in a truck, it won't do it. I need four men and two trucks for all my junk. Yeah, I've watched a lot of the old Toronto videos, well, pretty much all of them. Hey, Bradley Taylor, how you doing? Whitby Dude, Jillian Scott, hello. Will I be going to Yonge and Dundas? Where do you think I am right now? There's no way to know what John Lennon would be saying or doing these days, right? He might be some troll on Twitter or something, who knows? Or he just might be a hermit, just a quiet hermit. Hello, Invisorate. Hey, just Smitty. Well, I'm walking away from Yonge right now, Bradley. It's behind me. So probably not. What's up, Yoshi? donkey. Yeah, I think there's a Jays game on now. Hello, Dave. Yeah, the blue sky looks nice, but it's cold though. It's nose-runningly cold out here. I'm actually wearing my winter coat again. Hey, Henry Kramer. Famous Master, hello. I think she's wearing like a Hudson's Bay jacket, that woman up ahead there, right? Has the Hudson's Bay colors, like the blankets. As we walk past what used to be the Hudson's Bay store right here. Yeah, seems to be the case, right? At least you can still buy that merchandise, right? So it didn't just vanish, gone forever. You can still get the blankets and all that sort of thing. Derek, no, this is just photographing in public, taking pictures in public. Why would you need a permit to do that? I'm not a film crew. I'm not making like a movie or a TV show. You're just a guy walking around with a camera. You don't need anything other than a camera and your legs. It's not a bylaw, Derek. It's not a bylaw at all. Imagine you had to get a permit if you wanted to go out and make an Instagram reel. or shoot a video of your friend eating a slice of pizza in a restaurant, I gotta get a permit. You could easily look this stuff up, Derek, and find out the legality of it all. No permits are required. If that were the case, there'd be no live streaming, right? No public live streaming or even recording a video. I've been doing this for quite a few years now, as of many other people, so I think we know what the deal is, right? Hey, Alicia, hello. I don't know, Petrus, what if there was? That would be kind of weird, I guess, if there was. Hello, Zach. Yeah, I was intentionally ignoring you, Zach. How you doing? What's up, Jason? This is not commercial filming. You don't know what you're talking about, Derek. You have no idea what you're talking about, but yet you keep on saying things. This is basically a live vlog. It's not like a commercial film shoot, right? Yonge and King. I don't know, willful ignorance is one of the things that really irks me the most, you know? Or confidently incorrect, you know? There's a whole subreddit about that. What's up, Howard Charco? A lot of people just got on that streetcar right there. Hey, Tony, hello. Watch it get run down by a person running. Lots of people running around here at this time. That's probably why they call it rush hour, right?
Yeah, but I'm
Hey, what's up, Jawbreaker? A hunk of burning love. Hey, what's up, Billy? Views from Yonge Street here. Is it cold? Yeah, it's cold. I mean, it's not below zero cold, but it's still cold. It shouldn't feel this cold on April the 8th. It's rather annoying, you know, that I'm wearing my winter coat here. I've never owned a car, no. Never owned a car, never had a license either. It's steam. Steam coming from a manhole. I know how to drive, I just don't have a license. When I was a kid, my dad used to let me drive his car, right? Like when I was a little kid. So I used to drive when I was a kid. Not like on a busy street or something like that. Need to find a spot where we could go where it was kind of empty and have some fun, you know. Yeah, like short round. Hey Karen, hello. I just had no need to ever get a license, George, or have a car. I always lived somewhere where I could walk everywhere. So I just like to walk. I'm the walking guy. That's why I do this now for a living. I was like, how can I make walking a job? And lo and behold, YouTube came along. Yeah, postal worker. I did that for 1 year. I worked for Canada Post for a year. I wasn't a full-fledged mail carrier though. I delivered ad mail. I was an ad mail carrier, which is sort of like a lower paid stepping stone kind of job, you know. If I kept doing that, I might have eventually became a postal carrier, but I just only did it for a year, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I want to do this as a job. because yeah, you're walking around, but when I did it, it was a really hot summer, and those big postal bags, you have to fill them up with all the ad mail, then trudge around a neighborhood for a few hours, and then you had to keep refilling it. You go to like one of those postal boxes and refill it. And the dogs, boy, the dogs really hate mailmen, man. Get all sweaty, get this big indentation on your shoulder. Hey, what's up, Picard? Tea, Earl Grey, hot. She walks 23 kilometers a day. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey Jada, hello. Hope you're doing well today. Hey, get to the tower. Get to it. There it is. Get to it. Yeah, that's true, George. For the most part, unless you live right by a nice, busy, transit-heavy part of the suburbs, right?
You know,
there are some suburban areas where you could probably get by without a car, but definitely harder than it is if you live right in the city. Like Brampton has a surprisingly robust bus system. A lot of people in Brampton get around via Brampton Transit, even though it's a suburban city. Hey BG, hello. Yeah, Brampton has sort of been mentioned many times for its bus system, like in urbanist circles. Maybe one of the best bus systems of any suburb, you know, you'll find in North America. Sure what she was smiling at.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sunday to Sunday. Oh, there's two Leos here. Yeah, I like to control the traffic with my whistling skills. Hey, crikey.
I'm gonna go into the subway now.
These gusty cold winds. What's with this Arctic cold front here? Hello, Susie. This is the mighty Union Station. And the mighty Royal York Hotel. Hey, first last. Having pizza for supper tonight. I was thinking actually pasta. I still have some of that yummy spaghetti sauce my sister gave me. I still have like a whole 2.5 jars of it, I think. So I think it's calling my name for tonight. I do have pizza also if I change my mind though. Yum, yes. That's what I say every time I Put some in my mouth. Yum. One of these days I'm just going to hop on the Billy Bishop shuttle bus and just take a ride. It's free, so that is doable. I don't know if they have to check to see if you have a ticket, like an airline ticket or something, or if they just let anyone get on or not. I don't know. I've never done it. Hey, Rochelle, hello. Welcome, welcome. We still have a lot of snow. 3 hours north of Toronto. That sounds like up around North Bay area. They don't check? All right. I'm gonna do it sometime then. And I heard something about a new shuttle that will be going across Toronto Harbor from the airport over to the Portlands. That sounds interesting. If that's up and running, you know, this year, I might have to check that out too. Bring a suitcase. I always travel light. I usually don't even have a suitcase. Maybe just like a duffel bag or something. Okay, Sudbury then, okay. I was thinking 3 hours is around where North Bay would be. Sudbury's a bit further though, right? From Toronto anyway. More like 4 hours. Hey, and no music coming from the Loose Moose. It's a miracle. Mark this day on your calendars, everyone. Hey, Ren Man, hello. Stephen Edwards. Hey, I tell it like it is. I tell it like it is, right? Honka honka burn in love. Again? Honk one more time. There we go. I knew you wouldn't let me down, dipshit. It's like, I want to go now, but this car is in front of me and people are walking. Why can't I go? Why can't I go when I want to go? You haven't been paying attention first last, if you think that's the first time. You have not been paying attention. Hey, Emerson, hello. Hello, Kearney. Franny is here. Well, Scatterbush though, maybe the loose moose was a miracle today, but Scatterbush is just doing its usual thing here. Screw you, Scatterbush, I'll never ever set foot inside you. Felicity, I knew you'd appreciate this title, Felicity. Might be yummy, but they play stupid loud music, so I'll never go in there. I could not enjoy yummy food with such an assault on my auditory canals. Hey, what's up, Sal Smith? Serenity now, insanity later. You want a piece of me? Hoochie mama! What's up, Neville? Getting off the sidewalk here, away from the humans. Okay, we have a CBC on location shoot here for something or other. Live on location on CBC. Do they have a permit? There's Mr. Gould. SG. I'll say hello, but I will not reply to your little message. Hey, Vivian Johnson is here. Welcome, Vivian, and thank you also. Much appreciated. Hello, Starling. Well, look at all the people leaving the game. The floodgates are opening after the game here. The fan floodgates.
Went up the stairs.
Hey, Walks, Lyrics, and More, hello. Transit Mobile Scooter, hello. Mind Maze, hello. And thank you, Chantel. It's kind of an early game today, right? And an early stream for me. Early, a lot of early. I don't think I've given you enough credit. What do you want to text me, whatever you want to go back? Hello, Jefferson.
I don't know where in the world it is. So those three are always we can go, let's go to the lighting process.
Hey, thanks, Carlos. Yeah, this is just the phone's built-in microphone. Just the old Samsung phone here. Over 5 years old now, this phone is. Seems like a really long light here, or is it just me?
Very different reasons, but as with stuff north of the north, so hesitant with that, and there's no pressure to push me. I'm actually thinking to set long distance on Paris.
I think if you have to wait more than a minute to cross an intersection, it's too long, right? Especially downtown. You shouldn't have to wait more than a minute. Come on now. 30 seconds maybe. Hey, Transit Mobile Scooter. $2 for a Jay's Victory Walk. Thank you very kindly. Finally. Thank you very much, Transit Mobile Scooter. Breaking the super chat seal of the stream. Much appreciated. Cheers to you. It's good that they won rather than they lost, right? Hello, Mo and Midnight Express. Hey, Felicity. A super chat from Felicity. Oh, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Hope you're warm, you know, and comfortable, staying out of this unseasonable weather and all that sort of thing. Warm weather is coming, I promise you. But thank you very much, Felicity. That is very kind. Much appreciated. Digital Blade, hello. It's like the entire tower here. Almost. And pizza, yes. Two of the best things together in one walk. Warmth and pizza. Hot pizza and warm weather, even better. Hey, Ewan, hello. Pizza earrings. I think I've seen those before somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I've definitely seen them somewhere. East Story? What do I think of Rush's new drummer? Well, I haven't listened to a whole lot of stuff since she's been playing with them, but I don't know, she seems like an awesome drummer from what I can tell. Maybe I'm just stubborn, but to me Rush is not quite Rush without Neil, you know what I mean? Neil was integral to Rush being Rush. Whoa! It's a sea of blue jays. We're on Blue Jays Way. Look at that. Hey, Greg. Alright, can I get across here without colliding with all kinds of humans? Go up Blue Jays Way for a bit. Seems fitting for today. We hit 300 concurrent viewers. Welcome everyone, an hour in, just over an hour. Hope you're enjoying the walk so far. Come and say hi if you're a new viewer, maybe a first time watcher. Unless you're coming in the chat just to tell me that I need a permit to live stream. In that case, don't bother. But by all means, it'd be awesome to hear from you if you are a new viewer. You do have to subscribe in order to come and participate in the live chat, but you know, it's free and all that. It doesn't cause any sort of long-lasting after effects if you hit that subscribe button, other than you get to enjoy some streams and videos, I guess.
I paid my next rent for fucking 6 months. What are you videotaping?
What am I videotaping? What am I videotaping with my VHS recorder on my shoulder? Because we're in 1995. Crikey! My chat stopped working. Had to turn it off and turn it back on again. I missed all these comments here. Randy Ruck, hello. Bestest Times Reborn. Felicity is new. Yeah, you're a big time newbie. VHS or beta. I wish I could say I was cool enough to have beta from the get-go, but no. VHS. Hello, Abby. What's up? What's up? Or is it Abby? Abe? Lena, hello. I don't know, SG's here somewhere. They were just commenting a little while ago, doing their usual SG thing.
So you do 8, 9, 10.
Hey, don't eat the squid.
I'm like, what the fuck?
On King Street. What's up, Advisorit? A honka burning love. I've never really thought of getting those Meta glasses for live streaming. Not at this point, anyway. I think they developed a bit of a bad reputation because creepers use them to do creepy shit.
And I was like, you know, if I have to, you know, leave.
It's enough as it is already to not be assumed to be some sort of creeper just live streaming this way, let alone with those glasses. At least this way it's like, hey, look, I have a bunch of gadgets here, I'm streaming, everyone can see it, right? I'm just a guy walking around streaming. No worries, everybody. But the glasses there have been used for some pretty weird types of content, just shall we say. There are women and children, yes. X-ray specs. What little boy didn't see those ads in the back of the comic books and just thought, wow, X-ray specs, just imagine all the stuff I could see if I had a pair of those, man. And then if they ordered away for them and got them, just imagine how disappointed they all were after they didn't do a damn thing. Hey, JP Atherton, $5. Have a great night. From JP. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think my night should be pretty chill and A-okay. I hope yours is as well. Much appreciated, JP Atherton. Cheers to you. I don't know, maybe they are related. Or maybe not. Check out the lighting here. It looks pretty nice. Looking along King Street here. Nice blue sky. A sky this blue should be coupled with temperatures of 20 degrees. Yeah, I think this 5-year-old phone has held up surprisingly well, you know? Barbarian arm wrestling. I went to that doubles place like a long time ago. A long time ago. I mentioned it like, oh, I don't know, over a month ago, and it was a while before then when I went. I guess you didn't hear, or maybe you weren't in that stream when I was talking about it. And yeah, it was good. Very good. I recommend. All right, let's go north. It's 20 degrees in Fahrenheit, yeah. Hey, Jillian, $5. Enjoy a beverage on this brisk day. Thank you, Jillian. Thank you very kindly. Very, very nice of you to support, Jillian. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Yeah, it is still cold out. See all these people wearing their winter jackets. That might be an indicator, although some people just jog to stay warm, I guess. They don't need a winter jacket in that case. Not a bot. They're implementing the new transit priority for the streetcars bit by bit, phase by phase. I'm not sure how far along they are. It's not like finished yet in any case. I'm not sure why it's such a big drawn out process, to be honest, but I find Toronto tends to drag things out sometimes like that. You think it would be just like flipping a switch. Hello. Yeah. Well, this I got at Best Buy.
It comes the whole thing, right?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
You just only put the phone. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask you another question?
Sure.
How much you pay for it?
This about $160
At Best Buy?
at Best Buy.
And
Yeah.
you can find it anywhere, or just
You can find it at any.
instead of Amazon.
You can find it on Amazon or any other.
Or Walmart.
Maybe even Walmart. Yeah.
Excellent.
All right,
That's
you're
the one
welcome.
When you move, it moves you.
Yeah. See.
Also, if you put it somewhere and then it moves when you move.
Yeah, you can connect it to your phone,
Yes.
and so it'll track you,
It
right?
tracks you
Yeah.
so you move playing.
Yeah.
And for example,
It
you
does
play.
all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You're welcome. She's very interested about my gimbal. Sounds like she's thinking of getting one. Not a bot. Yeah, that was a glitch, just as I thought. Because after the stream ended, I looked at my YouTube studio and it still had the high view count. It was over 700, right? Just a bit over 700. And I was like, let's see if this will go down later after the processing is done and all that. And then the next day it was still showing 700. And I was like, maybe there was that many viewers. But then later on that day I looked again, and then all of a sudden it said 390 something. So it went down to what the number really was, which was just, you know, right below 400 for that stream. But that's kind of what I thought was happening, because that's happened before. It's just some sort of glitch. Hey Mauricio, hello. Math doctors, what's up? Do I know any Brazilians? I don't know if I have any friends who are Brazilians. Let me think, do I? There's a lot of Brazilians in Toronto though, if that's what you're wondering. There's like a neighborhood which is Little Portugal, but there's also a lot of Brazilian businesses there also, for obvious reasons, right? But yeah, there's a lot of Brazilians in Toronto, a lot of Brazilian businesses, restaurants, that sort of thing. I don't think I have a Brazilian friend though. Hey, 315 Tricky. Need a Brazilian homie. I know some people from some other South American countries. I just don't think I know anyone from Brazil, like personally, you know. Yeah, the huge thimble, because this is the fashion district. That's why there's a big thimble back there. We're on Spadina and Queen right here. Hey, Be Wild. Couple of supercars there. Dudes were flexing their Wii members. They weren't Porsches, they were, I don't know, like Lambos or something. They sort of look like Lambos or something similar to a Lambo. Yeah, that's because Toronto grew way bigger than Montreal. The Montrealers have never gotten over it. I enjoyed my visit to Montreal when I was there. It can't be all that bad, right? Felicity is from Montreal, so it has to be somewhat of an A-OK place. Hey, Jeremy and our gang, hello. I've never been to Banff. I've been to Calgary, but maybe I flew over Banff, you know? Because I took a plane. I just saw a super chat. Kearney, $15. That was Glenn Gould, the pianist. That was a while ago, right? Yeah, I guess it kind of registered with you there. Thank you very much, Kearney. $15. Very generous of you. Thank you very kindly. Glenn Gould rules, right? But I was saying I took a plane from Edmonton to Vancouver, and we flew over the Rockies. And I think we flew over Banff. I have a video actually on the channel from that flight, flying over the Rockies. Strangely, that video didn't get very many views, but it's quite the stunning view out the window there. Yeah, there, eh? Hey there. It's a nice view looking out there of the window there, eh? Yeah. I sounded like such a hoser there for a second. Looks like we're walking through a Chinatown. I watched a bunch of videos recently from a YouTuber who was traveling. He's like one of those travel YouTubers, and he came to Toronto for the first time, and he got an Airbnb right near here, I think on Sullivan Street, just right over there. And he was in Toronto for like over a week, I think, and he recorded a bunch of videos for his channel. And the whole time he was here, he thought this was the main street of downtown Toronto. He never ever saw Yonge Street in the entire time he was here, which was over a week, walking around recording videos. He never made it to Yonge Street. He didn't even see it. He thought this was the main street of downtown Toronto the entire time that he was here. I thought that was pretty hilarious. What's up, Bill Chow? He also never made it to Bloor Street, like the Yorkville area. He just sort of walked around this small little corner of downtown the entire time he was here. He did go on Queen Street. He saw Queen West. So he did see that. Hey, Bagazi, hello. He obviously doesn't use Google. Yeah, I think he just sort of showed up and had no idea. Like, no research was done, you know? He just sort of showed up and just flew by the seat of his pants about everything, you know? I mean, that can be fun sometimes, right? I mean, I've done that before. But I usually know something about the city that I'm going to before I arrive there. Like, where the actual heart of the city is, you know? I kind of want to see that, so I make sure I know where that is. I mean, how can you spend over a week staying in downtown Toronto and not even see Yonge and Dundas? Like, not even know it's there, you know? Not even be aware of it existing. How can that happen? How can that be? Hey, John Gordon. Yeah, that new mid-rise turned out all right. Still has some cladding yet to be installed before we see the final look of it, right? But yeah, it looks okay. I'll be interested to see what kind of businesses open up at the base, because there was like an old two-story building, you know, there with restaurants, you know, in Chinatown. I wonder if some new Chinese restaurants will open up at the base of this, or something else fitting to the neighborhood, you know? I think that was an ambulance, Mauricio. It's looking down at Dundas. Want to go to Yonge Street. We were there earlier at the beginning of the stream. Hey Serge, hello. Hey, Ren Man.
Talk down fast.
Well, I didn't make a video, Barbarian. I just went there. So there's no video of it. I don't usually make videos of going to restaurants. Unless it's a live stream with Felicity. There's Kensington Market. I went to the one at the corner of Queen and Parliament. I think it's Queen and Parliament, right? In Corktown. Looking into Kensington, Baldwin. Can I cross here? I guess I have to cross over here. A falafel frolic. Hey, Radman, $1 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Radman. Cheers to you. Hope you're enjoying the walk around downtown on a windy, unseasonable Wednesday. I used to be all about falafels. That was my favorite thing to get, my favorite takeout food. That was when I first moved to Toronto, like 15 plus years ago. I think I tried every falafel place downtown. But I used to go to Alibaba's the most because they had a good deal on Tuesdays where you could get 2 falafels for like $4. So I used to do that every Tuesday. But then eventually I kind of got all falafeled out. I had too many falafels and I felt awful. What was my fave? College falafel, which is actually on Ossington, near college. But it was kind of far from my area, so I didn't go there all the time, but it was my favorite though. Hey, Mr. Adam's Apple. Alright, I looped around here to walk along Baldwin. I should have crossed at those lights over there, but I didn't. I thought maybe we'd walk through Baldwin Village over here. Just for the hell of it. Little residential side street action here. Hey, House of Lords. Yes, it's cold. It's cold today. Not like below zero. Like 5 degrees, or it was 5. Maybe 6 for the daytime high today. Colder than it should be, right? It should be like over 10 degrees by now for a daytime high without a wind chill. All right, he lives around here, right? Yeah, just a nice little quiet residential street. Just steps away from Spadina. Kind of got an interesting mix of housing styles in here. Kind of like a hodgepodge, you know. It's kind of dense. It's like a dense old residential neighborhood, sort of right in the center of everything. Like building some new housing here and there. Hey, Jacques. Like, these neighborhoods here are just as densely populated as the Plex neighborhoods in Montreal. And every urbanist loves Montreal's Plex neighborhoods, and they say Toronto needs missing middle. Why doesn't Toronto have missing middle? Well, it does. This is missing middle housing right here. Just because it doesn't look like the Plex buildings in Montreal doesn't mean it's not just as dense. It is. It's every bit as dense, like population wise. Most of these are attached housing. Lots of them have more than one unit, you know, 2 or 3 units. A lot of people are packed into these little neighborhoods here. Like, almost all the housing here is attached, right? Row houses, semi-detached, multiple units. Of course, yes, it is more expensive here. I guess Montreal does have that advantage. You get those nice old Plex neighborhoods, and you get cheaper rents to go along with it. You do have the occasional little apartment buildings like this. You're losing your resistance. Rochelle, it reminds you of Manhattan and Brooklyn. Yeah, there's lots of areas that look like Manhattan, and there's lots of areas that look like Brooklyn, and there's lots of areas that look like Queens also. And even the Bronx. There's some areas that sort of look like parts of the Bronx, like depending on what part of the Bronx you're talking about. Or even Staten Island. I guess all 5 boroughs of New York have some part of Toronto that looks similar, really. like Co-op City in the Bronx, that big high-rise neighborhood. Looks sort of like Crescent Town here. Although Co-op City is bigger, has more buildings than Crescent Town, but they look pretty similar. Yeah, I guess you had to deal with nasty winters much more so than here growing up in Montreal, as did I growing up in North Bay. The winters in North Bay are worse than in Montreal even. Maybe not by that much, but a little bit, I would say. And here is Baldwin Village. But this was a bad winter. Yeah, this was not a typical winter. Toronto winters are usually not that bad at all, you know, compared to a lot of other cities in Canada. Like Vancouver and Victoria have us beat, obviously, but... and Windsor down in southwestern Ontario, but... I think after that, we probably have the best winters after those cities. And a few other smaller towns, you know, I'm talking about the major cities. There are a lot of other smaller towns in BC that have nice winters, and southwestern Ontario that have nice winters, including my birthplace, Wallaceburg. It has very mild winters. Check it out. This is a busy spot, you know, when the weather warms up especially. All the patios here. To find nice, well, when it's not like double digits below zero, right? And not much snow on the ground, if any. Like sometimes no snow all winter long, right? That's pretty nice for Canada as far as winter goes. Like in Wallaceburg, you can go through a whole winter sometimes without any snow. It might get below zero and have a wind chill and that sort of thing, but nothing like winters in North Bay. It's not even like the same universe. What's up, REO? Baldwin Village. I think it depends on what you want out of your transit system. I think Toronto has a better bus network than Vancouver. More frequent routes covering a larger area. Let's go north. Like also 24-hour service. I think Toronto has Vancouver beat with the streetcar lines that run 24 hours. There's a bunch of those, and also the Blue Night bus network that runs all night long, which covers a very wide area. Yeah, it all depends on what you want or what you expect your transit system to provide you, right? Frequencies are important. The SkyTrain and the Toronto Subway both have pretty high frequencies. Toronto Subway has way more capacity than the SkyTrain. The trains are just bigger, they hold way more people.
Why? Because you're fucking 6'5", 300 almost? Oh, you're over?
This is McCall Street. Toronto has a better bus system than Montreal, like no doubt about it. But then again, the subways or the metro, you can compare and contrast. In some ways one is better, in some ways the other is better, you know. They're pretty close. They're pretty closely ranked, I would say. It's easier to live without a car in Toronto than it is in Vancouver. Like, no doubt about it. Toronto and Montreal are probably a lot more similar in that respect, right? Living car-free. Toronto does have a higher transit share than Montreal does. For people who commute to work, right? More people use transit in Toronto to commute to work than they do in Montreal. I think the only city in all of the US and Canada that has a higher transit share for commuting is New York, really. And then Toronto is number 2. Felicity is very fashionable. I just saw some reference to fashion. Montreal is better fashion. Yeah, that's what they say, but I don't know. How do you prove that? How do you prove that, right? I think that's just anecdotal, you know. The center of the fashion industry is in Toronto, more so than in Montreal. All the big modeling agencies and fashion related industries are concentrated in Toronto. Hello, Pamela. I'm gonna buy salt and vinegar. I have some at home. I have some salt and vinegar chips at home. I still have some from when I bought some on Friday. When I went into the Shoppers after my Friday stream, I bought some and I still have some. I didn't eat them all. I probably won't have some until Friday night though. I try to keep my chips snacking to weekends. You should learn to drive. Yeah, if you live in New York City, like, why, right? It's just more trouble than it's worth. Even in Toronto, it's more trouble than it's worth. Even more so there. Hello, Marlene.
Always the best time. I mean, PG is like.
We're walking into the U of T campus. Université of Toronto. Never noticed this building over here. It's sort of bunker-like appearance. Just lots of big walls without windows. I mean, you'll notice in cities like New York, Toronto, Montreal, that people generally look a little slimmer, right? When you're walking around. That's because they walk a lot. It's like not hard to figure out why that is, right? Like in a city like this, you can walk 10,000 steps a day without even knowing it, you know? Like, you don't even have to try. And you can easily walk 10,000 steps. And doing this, it's more like 15,000, 20,000 steps without even knowing it. On a good day, over 30,000. Don't the salt and vinegar chips bust up my mouth? Sometimes. Sometimes, yes. Hello, James Arrow from Scotland. Hey, Vasily. Hello, Jasmine. No tents, no dogs, no cleats. Oh, you kids with your cleats. Keep a wide berth. Old rut gut. I have some ketchup chips also at home. I bought both on Friday, salt and vinegar and ketchup. The No Name brand. For some flavors, No Name seems to be the best, you know? Hey, Lisa. Still got some blue sky. At least it's not raining on me this time or hailing on me. Yeah, I always love walking through here too.
Oh my god.
Let's walk through the Soldier's Tower here. Yeah, I like dill pickle. I never used to, but I do now. I don't get it that often though. She liked the ketchup. Yeah, a lot of Americans are all about the ketchup chips and the all dressed. I think you can get them at some places in the US now. Especially near the border, like places like Buffalo. You can get all the Canadian varieties, you know. $7:15 according to the clock up there, and it's exactly right. It's nice they keep their clock going, keep it accurate. Here, Jasmine, since you're just joining now, we saw it before, but it's been a while, so here we go. I walked right past it earlier. So that was one tower, but this is also a tower, the Soldier's Tower. So I've gotten to this tower. Get to the tower! Here it is, I'm here. I'm here at the tower. Miss Vicky's spicy ketchup. I've never tried that. Looks like they're all ready for a new season here. Got the fake AstroTurf here. I guess it's real AstroTurf. The fake grass. I never noticed they have like little bleachers here, sort of. You can sit and watch the games. Although if you're sitting down there, you're going to be looking right at the fence, though. That's not very good. You have to sit up here. Yeah, if you're sitting here, you get a pretty good view. They just put ketchup on everything? Like, seriously? Everything? Well, I put ketchup on French toast, so I guess I can't talk. I can't talk like that's weird, right? I don't put it on French toast. I have ketchup on the side. And I dunk the French toast in the ketchup. But that is weird, Lisa. That's much weirder than what I do. Hey, Chowdhury. Reguito, $2 for the tower. Thank you very much, Reguito. Can we see both towers? No, we can only see that one. I think further back though, if I go across the street, we might be able to see both. Thank you very kindly, Reguito. Much appreciated. Get to the tower. Get to it. Get to the tower. Get to the tower. Trying to get that Arnold voice going there. Get to it. It's right there. Get to it. Arnold's son is a bodybuilder. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a video of his latest. Hello. Hi. Oh, hey. Senna. Nice meeting you again. Well, it was nice running into you again.
I'm flying out next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, all the best.
Okay.
All the best. I'll be...
Do you want to run with us? Because I saw your follower. Like, why don't you run with her?
Maybe I'll try sometime. Although you'll probably be way ahead of me. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. All the best. Yeah, I'll be watching the marathon. Okay. All right. Bye. That was Senna again. She's training for the Boston Marathon. Maybe that's her husband, boyfriend, I don't know. Friend? A dude? Running partner?
That's what I'm thinking. I think they're both.
I ran into her last week running up and down Yonge Street where the hill is near St. Clair Avenue. That uphill stretch just south of St. Clair Avenue. She was running up and down that hill. Running up and down the hill. You made homemade banana pudding. That sounds fantastic. That sounds too good for me to comprehend. Yeah, keep up that training, Felicity. Keep it up. You can't let up now. That's true. And it was delicioso. Remember how cold it was? Holy moly. Sitting down at those tables to eat the cake. It was ridiculously cold. How did we walk around in that? When I look back at some of the crappy weather that I streamed in, now I'm like, how did I do that? Because the thought of doing it now seems impossible to me. It's like, how did I do that? You tried to meet people at your running club. Well, that didn't turn out well then, I guess. Hey, Woodstock. Did I miss a super from Alan K? Alan K saying good night. $3 heading out to dinner. See you later, Ken. All right. Thank you very much, Alan. That one slipped right by me there, but thank you. Hope you have a good dinner. Much appreciated, Alan K. Thank you very kindly. Maybe he's training for the Boston Marathon. He's going to run the whole marathon with his cool leather coat and his shades. I'd like to see that. I'd watch that. Everyone else with their sort of running marathon gear. Just have one sort of cool looking dude running the whole marathon with his leather coat from Black Market. Hey, Tavain. Museum Station. Close to 32K. Yeah, I mean the sub growth has slowed down again, unfortunately, but it is gradually creeping closer to 32K. I had quite a little growth spurt there recently, right? Went from 30K to 31K pretty fast, and then after that it started slowing down again. So that's a good segue for me to say, hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, why the heck not? Especially if you're a regular viewer. It takes no effort. Your finger will be pretty unscathed after clicking that subscribe button. No wear and tear on your hardware as far as I know. Maybe I'll hit 32K in the next couple weeks. That'd be nice, but we'll see. Come and say hi in the chat if you are new. If you did subscribe, though, it'd be nice to say hi to a new subscriber. And hit the notification bell also if you do subscribe. because I go live 3 times a week, and I post pre-recorded videos on the other 4 days of the week. So basically every single day there's either a stream or a video you can watch.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm like, yeah. And then I'm actively.
You walk this way to work. That sounds like a very nice walk to me. I love walking through Queen's Park. I just like the whole vibe, the whole look, everything. Like the surroundings, everything. I like it. I like everything about it. Hey, quad mods. Got some nice sunset colors over that way.
Yeah, I think actually most of these.
Looks like I'm going north. Wasn't sure if I'd end up all the way up here, but I guess I am ending up here. I never know where I'm going to end up, I guess. Every city needs a statue. Copernicus or Kepler. I like statues. I know statues are sort of going through a rough time in recent years, but I like statues. I think they add a lot to the urban landscape, you know? Walked down here last time going in the other direction, but last time I didn't walk through the Mink Mile, so I guess I can this time. That's my rule. Don't walk along the same stretch 2 streams in a row if I can help it, right? For more than like a couple of minutes, say. There's the ROM. Getting Heelys. What the heck is a Heely? Yeah, I started early today. I've just been in the mood lately to stream in the daylight for some reason. And I wanted to capture some of the rush hour, you know, activity today, so I thought, yeah, let's start a little earlier. Still wondering what's going to move in here. Blue Notes. I see a sign inside that says Blue Notes. Do you see that? Blue Notes, Bloor, Yorkville. Is that like an old sign? Is Blue Notes not just a sort of like mid-range mall retailer? It's not really like a luxury Mink Mile type store, right? Doesn't seem to fit in. Maybe that sign is old. Because they've had a bunch of different pop-ups come and go there, right? Since the Club Monaco closed down. I've seen like a bunch of different pop-up places come and go. Oh, there was a pop-up. Okay, so that's what it was then. It's an old sign. That's good. I mean, not that I care. It's not like I'm gonna shop at whatever does go there, most likely, but I figure if this is a high-end shopping district, you might as well sort of keep it that way, you know? And I think the BIA also is pretty picky about what sorts of stores will locate along here also. They won't just allow any old store to open in the Mink Mile. I like that it's here, you know, even if I never ever buy a single thing in any of these stores. I like that it's here. Even the Winners is a bit out of place, but it's been there forever. And Winners does carry some luxury brands. I guess that's how they can sort of get away with it. You can get discounted luxury brands at Winners. Yeah, probably, Lisa. Jack, hello. What do I do as a streamer? This I walk around Toronto and some other cities sometimes, but mainly Toronto. Starting to get a little darker. I'm sensing the sunlight is starting to go away. Yeah, this is basically Toronto's 5th Avenue, right? Or the Magnificent Mile in Chicago. We have a Mink Mile. Rodeo Drive. You know, there's always another example in another city. There's the Herms. I stream 3 times a week usually, Jack. But the other 4 days of the week I post a pre-recorded video on my channel. A walking video. So every day, I guess. Every day there's something on the channel, something new. Yeah, we are in Canada. That's right, Lisa. We are in Canada here. What's with this mile business? Favorite city to walk in? This one. This is my favorite city in a lot of categories, including to walk in. It's probably the second best, arguably second or third best walking city in North America, I would say, among big cities, major cities. There are a lot of other contenders, I guess, you know. Yeah, I'm at the age where I know both imperial and metric. I can just go back and forth between them without any difficulty, right? Hey, Choppy, hello. Holt Renfrew store. What am I going to do when I get home after the stream? Probably have something to eat. It won't quite be my dinner time yet, but I'll probably just have something smaller to tide me over until later on when I do have my dinner. I eat my dinner usually between 10 and 11 at night. Let's look up at Yonge and Bloor West. Dun, 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 dun. My voice cracked during my duns. I guess I learned it at school, XPN, yeah. Hey, Slack Wolf. He played Drago. Was that his name? If he dies, he dies. All right, on Yonge Street again, this time heading south from Bloor. At the beginning of the stream we were going south on Yonge from Dundas. About 2.5 hours ago. Hey, Linda Jane Jackson. It's been a while since I've watched the Rocky movies. When I was a kid, I was all about them, man. Especially, you know, like Rocky 2 and Rocky 3. I like them better than the original Rocky when I was a kid. Even though the original Rocky is probably the best one from a movie making standpoint, for a cinematic sort of experience or whatever. Guess they can change their window display anytime now. Can get all kinds of yummy treats in here. The non-salon, that sounds like my kind of place for long hairs such as myself. Yep, you'll get no argument from me there, Bill. That's why the entire world, other than the United States and one or two other countries, use the metric system now. The United States clings to the freedom units. We have to keep our freedom units. But even a lot of institutions in the United States use metric now, you know. A lot of the scientific community uses metric because it just makes more sense. But the UK also clings to some of its funny ways of measuring things, right? Like stone. Hey, Brian Mitchell, hello, hello. I like to measure myself in Smurf units. How many apples high am I? That's how the Smurfs measure themselves, right? I think a typical Smurf is 3 apples high. I wonder how many apples high I am.
So owing to
Yeah, I was just saying that, Van Smythe. Yeah. I don't know what my weight is in stone. I could probably find out pretty easily. 160 pounds. What is that in stone? Maybe some Brits could know right off the top of their head. Maybe they convert it in their mind. Hey, hello, watching to the viewer watching from Istanbul, Turkey. This new produce and flower place here. Still haven't really checked it out. Let's peek in the window. See what they have in here. Sort of looks like a rabba. Kind of similar to what you see in a rabba. It's sort of like what you might find in a grocery store, just not as much. Not as much. I'm 11 stone. Oh, well, there you go. Seems to be busy. I think this area here was sort of needing something like this, you know? Much more than a weed store, which was there before.
You're live streaming?
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Nice.
YouTube, yeah. Cheers. Hello. Speaking of weed stores, now open. Oh, just what we needed. Hey, Derek. Looking at the chat. Yeah, the old House of Lords was right around here. One time my friend and I made a trip from North Bay to Toronto just so he could go to the House of Lords to get his dreadlocks tended to. He had long dreadlocks that needed, you know, some attention, I guess. So he went to the House of Lords. There was no place up north where he could get his dreadlocks taken care of properly. Crossing Wellesley. Elvis was a large mammal when he died, yeah. And John Lennon was skinny as a rail when he died. He was on some weird macrobiotic diet or something. He was like so skinny. Right, Yonge and Maitland. The sun is setting as we speak here, as I speak, as we stream. As I speak and stream. Dark in Brooklyn. Yeah, I guess we get a bit more light in Toronto since we're further north. Stays light a bit longer. And when it's dark here, it'll be still light in North Bay for a little while longer. And when it's dark there, it'll still be light up in Cochrane or Timmins for a little while longer. Jillian, yeah. I don't pay too much attention, really. I can't worry about every person who might be anxious about walking past a live streamer. If I did, I wouldn't be able to move. I wouldn't be able to stream at all. I figure if they're out in public, you know, they just have to deal. They got a deal. It's a big scary world out here. All kinds of stuff going on. If you're an adult navigating the world, you should be able to deal. Yeah, the Beatles would have broken up even if Yoko never came along, right? I think when John and her got together, though, that did sort of throw a bit of a wrench into the works a bit. That maybe sped up that process, you know? Because he kind of replaced Paul with Yoko as his main collaborator. But eventually they would have broken up anyway. Probably not too much longer after they did. Yeah, there's more than you can shake a stick at, Choppy. Yeah, I think cars can only park for like drop-offs and pickups and things like that, right? Not like a permanent parking spot. I'm not sure what that car is doing across the street there. But yeah, normally you don't just park on Yonge Street. Pretty sure you get a ticket if you leave your car there for more than like enough time for a parking enforcement officer to notice it. I got all the permits. I got permits coming out of my ears. You want a permit? I'll give you a permit. I don't get what this is, though, with these cars parking over here. This seems to be a new phenomenon as far as I know. Every time I walk past you now, there's a bunch of cars parked there. I'm not sure if they're delivery vehicles, if that's sort of some sort of designated spot for delivery vehicles or Ubers. I have no idea. If anyone knows, I don't know. Let me know, because I don't know. All I know is it annoys me because you kind of have to walk through all these cars now whenever you walk into College Park from here. You're riding reckless? Hello? Yeah, that's the entrance to College Park. It's not a parking lot, as far as I know. I went to university. Kind of a waste of money and time, to be honest. But I did it. because I had nothing better to do at the time.
I'll get one in medium.
Yeah, I got my little piece of paper. It's sitting in a pile of other pieces of paper somewhere. Maybe, Derek. I was thinking pasta, though. I was thinking pasta tonight. My delicious spaghetti sauce. My degree is liberal arts because I couldn't decide on one particular thing. I wanted to take courses in all kinds of different things. Anything that I found interesting, I took the course, right? So after 4 years, I had enough credits to graduate with a liberal arts degree because I took a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of everything, I guess. Some science stuff, some geography stuff, some philosophy, some history, some you name it, right? Whatever. A little bit of everything. And then you get the most useless degree, the liberal arts degree. English, yeah, geez. I think I took one of everything. Or maybe two of everything. But that's what university used to kind of be about, right? Taking all sorts of different things. Now it's much more focused on just like getting a job in one particular field or something like that. It's kind of a whole different thing now than it used to be, which I guess is okay, but I'm kind of glad that I did it the way I did it, though, even though, you know, the degree doesn't really do much. Hey, Jennifer Gala, hello. It is a cold night. You got that right. Unseasonably cold. Yeah, the sidewalks here are a bit too narrow considering how busy they always are. I mean, they are like around 10 feet wide. You think that would be okay, but this stretch of Yonge Street is just so crazy busy that a 10-foot sidewalk just isn't good enough. Even wider at some places, and they're still crowded. Like here, they're probably more like 15 feet wide, I would say. but still too narrow.
Yeah, but they're broke.
If you go all the way to the door, from the door to the curb, probably over, but somewhere between 10 and 15 feet, maybe like 11 or 12 feet. Hey, BG. I'm doing all right. A hunka burning love. There are some spots though along Yonge where the sidewalks do get really wide, like walking past the Aura, just north of Gerrard up to College. The sidewalks are really wide on the west side of Yonge. Not on the east side though. And from here, south of Dundas, on the west side, the sidewalks are really wide also. And they need to be. Look,
Okay,
I'm back here again.
Like, even if the baby can be born, right? What I'm saying is, why should it be terminated? It doesn't make any sense. Just because you feel like it hasn't been born yet, so it becomes a human being when it becomes born.
Someone doesn't financially the possibilities to have a child. Do you think the child should be still live a life and they live in a dirty home, they live on the floor or on the streets because the mother isn't an
Hey, Carl Roth.
So you said financially, right? Let's just say. So I'll get to that. But what I want to say to you right now, there are people right now, right? Let's just say they can't take care of their kids right now. They just had the baby, and let's just say they ended up.
They're like debating abortion over there.
They just had the baby now. In America, right? You know, if you kill the mother and the baby in the womb, it's double homicide. Just because you can't take care of the baby.
Yes, this is Nathan Phillips Square. And here's Toronto City Hall, here at Nathan Phillips Square. All right, this place with their music. Sorry, very loud music there. Too loud for me to talk over. The Muzak zone is extending further and further along Yonge Street. It used to be contained to mostly north of Dundas. Now it goes south of Dundas. Morgana, good evening. Yeah, there's a show at Massie Hall again. Last time it was like a comedy show, I think. I wonder what it is tonight. What's going on at the grand old hall tonight? Do I still drink soda? Yeah, I mean, my root beer, you know. I don't guzzle it every night or anything, but yeah, I usually keep root beer in the house. It's mainly a weekend thing for me now. Friday night, Saturday night, watching a movie, that sort of thing. Get some root beer, get some snacks. Hey, Phil from Connecticut. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that today. Well, all the best to him, you know. I'm still enjoying live streaming, and I don't see myself giving it up anytime. Am I sober at this very moment? I am presently sober, yes. I've never been drunk. How about that? Not only am I sober, I have never been drunk in my entire life. So, there you go. I have been high once, but not drunk. So who's playing here tonight? Hey, CFM? Anyone know what's happening here at Massie Hall tonight? And we all know why I was high that one time. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, right? That was my first time being high. When was the last time I watched a concert? Not that long ago. Carlos is drunk every day. Lily Allen. Thank you, Chantel. I was just waiting for someone to tell me who was playing here at Massie Hall tonight. Lily Allen. Okay. This is sort of like the Carnegie Hall of Canada, right? Massie Hall. If you play at Massie Hall, you've made it, man. You're legit. Hello, Arena. Welcome to the stream. Over 3 hours I've been streaming now. But welcome to any new viewers. Hope you've been enjoying the walk around downtown. A cold night, but kind of a lively Wednesday here. Started streaming at rush hour, and it's still lively 3 hours later. Even with the cold. Hey, Queen Victoria. Hello, Deborah. It's cold down there. It's dark now. I can take off my sunglasses. Forget that they're on my face sometimes. It doesn't look as dark now. As long as you're a happy drunk, Carlos. If you're going to be drunk, that's the best way to be drunk, I guess, right? Hello, Peter Stock. So maybe I'll make my way back over to Jarvis and Dundas. That's where I started the stream. We'll kind of go full circle. What's the best 5G network in Toronto? Well, I guess you can't go wrong with like Bell or Rogers, you know. Love them or hate them. They are the best in a lot of ways. Apparently Freedom is really good these days. I just have Bell. I've just been a long time Bell guy, and I don't know. I got a pretty good deal right now for my data, so yeah, I'm not in any big hurry to switch things up or anything. I think I'm okay. Like Johnny, he switches from carrier to carrier all the time, right? He's used all of them, and sometimes all of them simultaneously. So he knows all the ins and outs of what the best deals are and that sort of thing. I'm paying $75 a month for 200 gigs of high-speed data. I know there are better deals out there and all that sort of thing, but I'm just like, okay, that sounds good to me. I'll just keep this plan for the time being. Like 200 gigs of high-speed data, I could stream every day if I wanted to. No, I never buy lotto tickets, Carl. I'm just not a lotto ticket buyer. No, I'm not looking to add any new mods. The guy out there is hacking up a lung behind me. Jarvis. Vivian is just quietly watching, looking and listening. You got the looking and you got the listening. Got the listening, got the looking and the listening. Alright, Derek, have a good night. I'll be doing the same soon. Maybe in the next couple of hours. Jarvis and Dundas. We went full circle. Well, not really a circle, but you know. We completed a very erratic loop. Well, I walked past Fillmore's. It's closed down. Nothing much to see there now. It has fencing all around it. It's all dark and forlorn looking. Hey Capo, I'm doing all right. Here's where I started the stream, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Green Knight has hit 5,000. Holy moly, his channel's growing fast, right? Jeez, it took me like a couple of years to get to 5,000 subs. Oh, awesome Green Knight. But I'm going to start to wrap it up. So I hope you enjoyed the Wednesday night wander. Kind of a cold night, but it wasn't too bad, you know, once I got going as usual. It was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed. Hope to see you in my next one. First, last, right at the buzzer, $5. Enjoy my night. Thank you. Thank you very much. First, last, enjoy your night as well. Much appreciated. Cheers to you. And my next stream will most likely be on Friday. Not like guaranteed, but most likely on Friday. So hit the notification bell, like and share and subscribe. You know, the drill, all those things Vivian mentioned there a minute ago, as well as me again right now. Hope to see you in my next stream then. And tomorrow night I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video, as I do on the days when I don't stream. So around 7:15 tomorrow evening, we can watch a walk. A pre-recorded walk. And I'll be chatting in the live chat as we watch that together. So hope to see you there for that. So thanks again to everyone for watching. New subscribers, old subscribers, channel members, all of the above. Mods, Vivian, L and K, thank you, thank you. All those who sent support. Got some nice support with the super chats and super stickers tonight. Cheers, cheers to all of you. If any PayPals came through, I always check after the stream ended for those. So thanks in advance if there are any. Yeah, hope to see you all next time, because as always I will continue. Alright, have a good night everyone. See you soon. Stay warm. The warm weather is coming. The cold will end, I promise. Tim Kenyon, have a good night. Yeah, that's it folks. See you in the next one.